good day, YouTube. Got something a little bit different going on here, and that is Sailaway III. This is a project I've been following for actually quite a while, but it's just been recently released, and I've gotten into a little bit of the hows and learning how to use it. And I'll do other videos on that, but I want to showcase a little bit of what I'm going to do and why I'm doing it, just because it's fun. So this is not the default boat that you get. This is one of the purchased boats. This is the 50-foot blue water cruiser that I've changed a few colors on with the in-game editor, which is really cool because if I change the things in game, then it basically everybody will see it, which is really cool. So what I'm doing now is I'm beating up wind heading out of the basically the Seattle area into open water. And I started this journey in one of the harbors there, and it took a while to get here. Everything on this game, this simulator, let's just put it this way, it's not a game. It's definitely more for the diehards that are into sailing, and this is really cool part about it is it is real world weather, or can be. I'm running real world weather here. Let's jump back in and I'll show you the map that I'm doing. Currently just letting autopilot take us upwind so we can get out of the bay here. Got a little ways to go. But let's turn on the UI here. And I'll show you what we got going on. So I originally started way back in here. And just because of the time savings, I'm starting the video series here at the point because we're going to be getting out to open water. And basically, I'm wanting to head south along the west coast and kind of document the journey. Pretty neat, considering it's all real world time. Now you can sail offline. It seems to be not always working at the moment. So that's a little bit of a hassle. For video production, it's not ideal. There's actually a lot of racing going on currently. If I show offline boats, if I zoom way out in the map here, you can see all the players that are on here that are offline currently, and some of these are online. I'll show you the map here again. But there's a big map, or a big race going on out over here, which is a around the world type of race that they're doing. They're hosting for in-game currency kind of thing. Really cool. A lot of activity with that. Let's show. Let's not include offline boats. So this will show you a little bit more of like, okay, who's actually online currently. Actually, a lot of people over there. Pretty cool. I'm the only one over on the west coast. That's funny. That's fine. No big deal. Let's close this. But right now, yeah, we're just trying to get... I'll probably come a little closer to the wind. Let's see if we don't lose the Genoa. Currently getting around 7 knots over the ground, so that's not too bad. We'll take it. But my goal today is to at least get out to open water and get on autopilot to start heading south down the coast. Pretty cool setup here, not gonna lie. It's really neat. You know, let me I'll close the UI for right now. Oops, that needs to stay on, but I can close the instruments. Because a lot of the boat is interactable. Obviously, if I want to use all the ropes I can by clicking. But the easiest way to do this is actually with the Q&E menu, and it allows you to pull up the different menus, and then you use the R and F keys to kind of manipulate those where you need them. Now, one of the really cool things about this is the fact that you can manipulate everything on the boat. Now, a lot of the racing that's being done, they're using like the Amoka class open water boats, which I'll eventually get into. I'm more into the cruising side of it and making a cool video journey about it. All the navigation lights are supposedly accurate to so you can actually practice navigating into places, which is really cool. You can see. Let me see if I can. Oops, turn on a UI. Nope, don't want to do that. Hey, binoculars. Oh, let's back up a little bit. Oh, open up a hatch. Binoculars. Here we go. So there's all your navigation stuff out there, which is based on real-world information that they were using. Same thing with the weather and time of day and the water heights and things like that. So I went to a location the other day that was kind of bonkers for just joining into the game, not really knowing how it works. It got interesting really quick. Oops, I don't want to. Let's close. Nope, don't want to open up that. Let's close that. And find the right spot to click here. Some of the interactables are a little bit odd at the moment. I don't know if that's just a me thing or a game thing. I'm not entirely certain. But, come on. Give you a tour around the boat here. Some really cool water physics in this simulator. Like, man, they really did a good job on this. I know the guy's been working on this thing for, I think, going on 4 years, something like that. And the previous version of the game has been out and being used for quite a while now, and they're still doing some racing on it. Alright, why can't I close some of the... I'll fix that later. No big deal. But my instrument panel does work mostly. The instrument panel here, which is, it's a little easier to read on the screen overlay, which is fine. I don't mind utilizing that kind of thing to function there. Same thing with the map. It's just a little easier to read and see it when it's on the overlay. Not a game breaker for anybody really. It's all tools that you'd have in the real boat if you were on the real boat, so we'll take it. One seems to be picking up a little bit. I'm gonna gonna lose the jib. There we go. Let's step outside here and I'll see if I can. Let's go ahead and close that for right now, and I'll use the menu here to tighten up a few things and see if we can get a little closer to the wind. Oops, let's bring the Genoa in a little bit tighter. About as tight as it will go. Getting pretty close to about as tight to the wind as we can go with this boat, which is fine. 6.3 knots over the ground. I'll take it. The instrumentation I'm using on here is one of the paid instruments I was suggested to use. Again, the paid currency in this game is, they're calling it bubbles, but it's pretty cheap when it comes to game add-ons. It really is. Let's go up here to the front here and take a walk around the boat. And this boat is really simple because it is all furlers. I do have a gaff-rigged cutter that is a lot of fun. I was going to do this journey with that boat, but I think I'll save that for another time, just because it is a bit slower. But the models of that is really cool. Oops. You gotta watch where you click because you'll open up hatches. You can change the modes on the on here. Let me see if I can pull it up here. I'll show you. Like for different lighting panels, like I got the navigation lights and the deck lights. I'll go ahead and turn the deck lights off because we can see what we're doing now. You can launch a drone, which I'll do that here in a moment. Show you around a little bit with that. The GPS mode on and off, cool. If you want to do provisions, you can. I have that turned off for now. It will stop sailing if you're doing offline sailing. It will stop once you run out. It kind of calculates what you would use. I'm going to go ahead and start collecting speed data. That'll help me improve the speed later on. And then sail mode. So these are different modes that you can have your boat. So if you're brand new to sailing and don't know anything about it, you can choose the sunbathing option here, and basically it does everything for you. You just point the boat in the direction you want to go, and it'll do it. You do have to raise and lower your sails manually, but that's not too bad. And then it just basically steps up in difficulty. I do recommend if you're gonna basically step away from the computer for a while, put it on either sunbathing or take it easy. That way your boat kind of does its own thing and very much autopilot at that point. Typically while I'm at the helm, I will use the seawater in your veins, which basically is fully manual. And one other really cool thing I want to show you here is the wind modes. So you can really fine-tune how well you adjust your trim on your boat using this wind calculator here. Let's find a better position here. Opening hatches randomly. But it really allows you to see what you're doing with and without your boat. Like you can really fine-tune it. Now if I go to Y, it will show me the others. If I'm tapping Y to do this, this is it shows me the different sails, which looks like I'm doing all right for right now. My trim, my jib is kind of used. I can probably get better on the jib. Let's see if we can fine-tune the jib a little bit. Oh, there's a race. I don't want to do that. Let's close. You do get those pop-ups of the... there we go. I have a jib sheet. About as tight as I can get it. So now we're being pretty close to the wind here, which I want to do. And then if you cycle through back out, you can... so that's a really cool way to check your sail trim while you're underway, kind of learn what to do best, which is really cool. I quite like that feature, and the wind physics is really well modeled. Quite fine-tuning everything here. Really cool. If I was stopped, I can launch the dinghy and do that kind of thing, which is fun. A lot of interactables on the boats, so you can kind of configure it how you want it to look, depending on what you want to do. You can adjust the conditions. Right now I'm using all system weather, so this is pulling all the information from the data that's available out there with the program that he's using to get all this worldwide wind data and sea state data, which is really freaking cool. Which is how I will use it 90% of the time, unless I'm just not wanting to record in the dark or something. I might change the time of day. Same with the sky, which is really cool. You can, if you're really into navigating by the stars, you can do that. I have no idea how to use that thing, so I may dabble with that with the other boat because it is a really neat feature. Constellations, if you're navigating with that, you can see different things and navigate by the stars, which is really cool, not gonna lie. But let's go to the drone mode here and launch drone. Let's go ahead and hide the UI here. So there's my beautiful Matty Pie 3 beating into the wind. And obviously you can do all these views with just the free camera, but it is kind of fun to fly the drone as if you're actually in it, which is cool. Print screen. It also gives you the opportunity, if I wanted to like look ahead or find a navigation point, kind of I can venture off into those areas. And then when you get to, you do have to come back to your boat, which is really cool. And then, and collect drone. So that's a pretty cool feature, kind of a neat gimmick that a lot of the real-world sailboat YouTubers use for getting their content, which is pretty kind of cool. I'll leave you with that. This was already getting close to 20 minutes long. I know this stuff takes a while, so that's one thing I don't want to drag everybody on a giant 40-hour video, because this is going to really take a while to get where I'm going. But I'm hoping to get out to open water on this session and then go from there. We'll continue this journey on, and I'll update you soon. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't checked it out yet, definitely check out Sailaway III. I will put the website link in the description. It is available on Steam as well. I do recommend, when it's available, to go through the developer's website to get your games, just to support the developer a little bit better instead of having to send a piece to Steam. But if you're a Steam user and you want to use Steam, that's cool too. The Discord, I'll put a link in the description as well to the very active Discord for the sim. So stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching.